But yeah, as a kid, I had an aunt that used to read romance novels. There's a I don't think they're called romance novels now. I think they have another term for that genre. And I didn't know what it was until I got older. And I'm like, oh, women consume this shit at high numbers. And so the audience, Kaya just told me she reads romance novels. It helps her go to
I
sleep at
do.
night. So she reads them on her phone, iBook, iPhone. What you call it?
Yes, iBook.
Okay. Do they have videos or is
It's
it
an
just
app on
text?
your phone right now. Look at your phone. It's already pre-programmed in there.
I deleted all that BS that came with my phone.
Okay.
I don't keep that stuff on my phone. But uh, but yeah,
I am a
I
hopeless
was
romantic, so yes,
okay.
I like
Okay.
to read a little romantic
To
book
get you
every now and
excited.
again.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
remind you
Okay.
that there's, real love out there. And
There is. I mean, I don't know why so many people think that. Yes, the dating pool, you have your good and your bad, but there's good people out there. I mean,
of course there
speaking
is.
of good people, you just came from a wedding and those flowers went in the air. Did you catch them? Yes or no?
You know what's crazy? Now that you mention
Uh-oh.
it, they never did.
Uh,
No, 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 no. I'm not even trying to be
mm,
funny. They never did that. For one, it wasn't a
American.
nuclear wedding. Let me put that
Okay.
out there. But yeah, it wasn't. There was one. So it was 2 days. One day was an Indian wedding. The second day was
Mhm,
a American wedding. But
mhm.
yeah, no bouquet. So there was nothing for
Okay.
me to catch. Look at God.
Okay. Well, look, I guess God wants you to catch your blessings in another way, but that's what yeah.
Exactly. Facts.
So now that you're back home, hopefully you meet this guy on your walk to work.
Yes.
Um, Hopefully you're
He
not driving because
delivers something to
I
my
think I
door.
criticized you. I think I criticized you a few weeks ago for walking to work, and when you have the opportunity to potentially walk, or I'm sorry, I criticized you for driving to work when you could potentially
Yes.
walk to work or ride a bike or skate or do whatever you
Or fly,
roll, backflip. I mean, you can do all of that.
strive, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, you can do all of that. So, but do you want to tell us about the wedding or no? It's too intimate.
No, no, I'm just kidding. Yeah, why not?
Okay.
So I got back on Monday.
Mhm.
So the wedding was in Cabo.
Okay.
Beautiful. I've been to Mexico a lot of times. I've been to Cancun, I've been to Tulum, I've been to,
Mhm.
I believe, Porto Vallarta,
Mhm.
and maybe some other places too that I can't think of. But Cabo, oh my gosh, it caught me off guard. Very
Was that your first
beautiful.
time?
Yes, that was my first time.
Mhm.
In Cabo, it has very limited like beach spaces because you can't
Mhm.
swim in all of the water on Cabo.
Mhm.
In Cabo, so where we were was like a hot spot because they had small beaches where you could swim.
Mhm.
So that was nice that we were kind of in the mix of things. But the wedding was amazing. They did a very good job.
Okay.
There were open bars,
Okay.
which are always good for me. And I think I just got to kind of relax. Obviously, I wasn't a part of the wedding, but I got to relax, let my hair loose, dress up, look nice.
Okay.
I think that you would describe me as probably a pretty chill person, right? Is that would you put chill in my vocabulary?
Yeah, yeah. You're not over the top. If you was over the
Okay.
top, I wouldn't hang with you a lot because I don't like people doing the most.
Okay, I would say I'm pretty chill too, but
Yeah,
I drink a bit and I feel like when I drink you see more of like my personality.
it's
So
everyone. Yeah.
yes. So I
So
was
you
doing
was dancing on the
cartwheels in the
tables.
streets.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
But I was dancing. I feel like I just had a really good time and I love
Mhm.
weddings. So it was
Okay.
really good. Decided to
Okay.
go
Okay.
back to Cabo and
Nice. Were you dancing to like American music or like some traditional Indian music?
both. I love Indian music. They played a lot of
Yeah.
Beyonce.
Okay.
To be quite honest, I had a lot to drink. So I remember Beyonce. I
Yeah.
remember some of the
And that's it. That's all
traditional.
you remember.
That's all I remember.
Yeah.
I don't even
That's all
really
you
remember
remember.
anything else.
That's what's up.
But it was good. The hotel that we stayed in was really nice. We actually went to a timeshare, and that's a question that I have for you. We went to a timeshare presentation. Have you ever done a timeshare presentation before?
Not a timeshare presentation. I stayed in a timeshare before, and I'm
Oh, really?
like, what is this? It wasn't mine. It was someone else's. One of my friends.
Hmm.
I guess he reserved it, and it was like three of my buddies from college. We were in
Hmm.
Vegas, and I'm like,
You didn't
I mean,
like it?
you might as well get an Airbnb. Like, what the hell, what am I doing a timeshare?
Wait, so it was a house, not a hotel.
No, it wasn't a hotel. I don't remember if it was
Okay.
it was like a townhouse, like apartment. It looked like a townhouse or apartment.
In the
Uh,
U.S.?
yeah, it was in Vegas.
Oh, okay. Oh, I don't care for
Yeah,
Vegas.
nobody under no young people don't like Vegas. Old
No,
people love
people love
Vegas.
Vegas. People
I
love
don't love it.
Vegas.
I don't love it.
Me neither.
Yes,
But
do not like
so we went
Vegas.
to
Now, I'll go, but
it's
it's not my first choice.
I go for a day. Like I fly in the morning and fly out the same day.
Yeah, you do
That's
those
it for
trips. I
me.
don't do those type of trips. I can't stay nowhere for no one day. I need it
I don't need to
four
be in Vegas
days.
for a weekend. No, thank you. I'm good.
If
Um,
you gonna go right. I mean, you you trying to
no, I've
do
been there
you trying
enough.
to do 13 hours in Mexico and 14 hours in Atlanta. That ain't wasting my time. I'm not wasting my time going to no airport for no 14 hours in the city.
Hey, you got to try it one day. One day trips are
No,
very fun.
no.
But yeah, we went to a timeshare presentation and we actually got another 3 day, 4 day, 3 night stay at the hotel for
Mhm.
free. So the timeshare
Yeah.
presentations are worth it if you're willing
Oh,
to get
so
in and get out.
if you listen to the presentation, they give you free
They give you
stays.
free stuff.
Okay,
I don't
okay.
think
So
all the
when
time it stays though. It
okay,
can be
so when are you
different stuff.
going back? You going back this year or next year?
I think the terms say you can use it after 90 days, but there's a time limit. So we'll go sometime
Probably
this year
October. Yeah, probably October. Maybe you can go for
around the
Halloween.
holidays.
Yeah, go for Halloween. Or go for Thanksgiving or Christmas. That'll be nice for you and your siblings. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Take your
But yeah,
parents. Matter
so
of fact, take your parents. Take mom and dad. They need a vacation. Shit, raising
maybe
all
they
y'all.
do. They could
Yeah.
go for a vacation on their own.
Right, right. But yeah, that's what's up. Mexico, yeah. And I was telling Kaya before that we started rolling. I went hiking this weekend, and I ate Portillo's. Even though she's a hater of Portillo's, and I ate Portillo's, and
You got your
uh,
dip beef or something different?
I have it's the combo. So it's Italian beef and Italian sausage mixed in one, and it's dipped in gravy.
That don't
I
even
ate it.
sound good.
It sounds amazing. I ate it so fast. The person sitting across from me criticized me. They said, man, you ate that thing fast. And the people at the table wanted me to share. And I'm looking at them like, I don't share
That's me
food.
all day. I love to
I
share
don't
food.
I don't share food. Like when we did Friendsgiving a few years ago, that's my definition of sharing food. When the wings come over, when the steak come over, you get yours, I get mine. There's no reason for you to take mine off my plate and taste it because I'm hungry. I don't like people taking my food. I
That's
want to eat.
understandable. That's
Yeah. And
understandable.
I didn't even pick, it was a sandwich. I didn't even pick it up. I turned it vertically and I let it sit on the table and I bit it while it was on the table. And it was gone within a matter of 4 or 5 bites. Ate all my fries. Um, I didn't order a milkshake because that was just too much.
That's what I
But
was gonna ask. Don't they
yeah,
have it's like a chocolate cake shake or something that everybody always talks about?
I think it's a
Don't they?
lemon cake shake. I'm not a
Ugh,
big
that
fan
don't even
of
sound
lemon.
good.
Yeah, I don't like lemon. So, uh, and I don't like basic chocolate cake. I don't even like chocolate
I
like
like
that.
chocolate
So
cake,
yeah, I
but
don't
I'm
like
not a
chocolate.
shake person. You
Oh,
love
yeah.
shakes. You're into shakes, but
Yeah, I could do an Oreo shake every day, but my face will
mm-mm.
blow up. So I haven't had one in probably 3 weeks.
Couple
So
weeks.
I'm doing good.
Okay,
Yeah,
good
I'm
for
doing good.
you.
Yeah, I'm
Good
doing
for
good.
you.
So, and like I said, I'm gonna go run after this, and so you
Good.
know,
I will
you
not.
know,
So you'll run for both of us.
I'm about to be looking like this pretty soon.
Okay. Then we're gonna have
Yeah,
to
but
make
that's
sure
what's
you
up.
get some food for real.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I don't know what I'm gonna eat for dinner, but all right, guys. We have a good show today. I think every show is a great show. So we have how many topics do we have? We got 5 topics today. I know we didn't have a show this past Sunday, so we're carrying over some of the topics that we missed this past week, and we're going to talk about them today. So before we get started, please hit the like button. Please subscribe to our channel. Please leave a comment if you like what we're doing. If there's some comments that you have on things that we should do differently, let us know. We're open to the criticism. We want to hear what you have to say. So, Kaya, I know this is a question you asked me, I think last night or two nights ago, and it took me probably 48 hours to respond because
That's okay.
I had my phone on Do Not Disturb, and I'm new to iPhones, and so with
You had to turn it
Android,
off?
no, when you're on Android and it's Do Not Disturb, you can still get the symbols and the notifications. It's just it makes no noise. But now with my settings with my iPhone, like the only way I get a message if I turn my phone on, if I put the code in and it turns on, and then a number or badge will appear on the screen. And half the time I don't even look at it when it's on Do Not Disturb. So do you want to continue with getting to know the creators? What are your thoughts? What do you want to do?
My thoughts is yes. But I think it's more a question for the audience if they don't mind dropping that in the comments. Are they interested in getting to know the creators, or are they just wanting to get the information? So
Right. Yep. And I know you got probably tired of me asking you about the bugs in the car, the bullying, and all of that. So he was like, you know what? I don't want to share anymore.
No, I think it's been good, and I think that we've gotten to know some things about each other that we didn't know. But I also think it's an opportunity for our audience to know us besides just yapping. So
Yeah. And I know with the questions I was asking, it was mostly early you, high school you, college you, family you. I was just starting to get to the juicy stuff, the stuff, and all of a sudden she wants to get rid of getting to know.
No, I don't. So. It was a question. It was a question.
Yeah, and we could save it to until this Sunday, and it could be like a Sunday, reoccurring theme, and we can just stick to the topics that we do on weekdays, and like I said, we could chop some of these videos up. It doesn't have to be a full 60 minutes or 90 minutes. We can just chop it up and put pieces out there as we get to know these editing softwares, which I think we've been doing a bad job of editing and putting out content every day. So
that's the hardest part, isn't it?
I mean, it's easy to press record.
Exactly.
Press record because it's a video you could upload to YouTube, but we'll definitely make the changes.
We're working on it. Yeah.
Right. So we missed. What was the holiday that we just missed? Was it Juneteenth?
President Day. Oh yeah.
It was the holiday we just. Yeah, you don't know. You was drunk in Mexico. So on June 19th, it marked the 106th anniversary of Juneteenth, and former president or current president Donald Trump posted on Truth Social, claiming that the United States has too many non-working holidays, asserting they cost billions of dollars and implying workers themselves prefer fewer closures. Kaya, I know your thoughts on this, and I know your thoughts on working, but do you think we have too many holidays?
Hell no, we don't have enough, is my opinion. We don't have enough. We have, let's see if I can name them. We have Christmas, Thanksgiving.
No. Start with the first holiday of the year. Start with January.
New Year's.
Get it. Okay.
Memorial Day, President Day.
Wait. You just gonna skip the rest of January, the rest of February, the rest of. Let me go look at the calendar.
MLK Day.
Well, look, see, this is my first time opening the calendar, and this ain't even open. So New Year's, go ahead.
New Year's, MLK Day, Memorial and President's Day. I don't know which one come first. Juneteenth, we have 5. 4th of July. Then after 4th of July, I don't think we have a holiday until Thanksgiving. I'm probably lying. I don't know. Thanksgiving, Christmas. That's 8.
You missing about.
I'm missing one.
About 4 holidays, and
you a lie.
New Year's, what you said. MLK.
Said that.
President's Day, which is in February. I don't think you said that. Okay.
I did. I said President's and Memorial Day,
Okay.
then 4th of July.
Um,
What
damn.
I missed? Nothing.
Oh, you missed something. Give me a second.
Easter.
Memorial Easter's not a federal holiday. It's on a Sunday.
Okay.
Memorial
You're
Day, you
right.
said that. Um, Juneteenth, which you just skipped.
I said that. No, I said
Okay.
that.
4th of July, which is one of my
Said
favorite
that.
holidays growing up.
And I said Thanksgiving, Christmas.
Nope,
I'm
you
probably
missed
missing
Labor Day.
one.
You missed Labor Day.
Okay. Yeah, I missed Labor Day. What else?
Um, Columbus Day.
We don't have that off.
Yeah, we
Corporate
do.
don't have that off. No, we don't.
That's the federal holiday. You don't have
What
it off.
day is it? What day is it?
This year, it's October 13th.
Okay. I'm gonna have to check on that one. So far I missed two.
Then you got Veterans Day. Did you say Veterans Day?
No. Okay,
Yeah, you
3.
missed 3 days. You missed three eyes. And it's
Okay,
funny
but we
that
don't even get Juneteenth off, and we may
you
not
don't get
Juneteenth.
Juneteenth off. It's a
Yeah,
federal
me.
holiday.
So we don't have
Okay.
all them holidays.
He's talking about federal holidays,
Okay.
and I've been talking about this for years. We have too many holidays.
No, we don't.
We have way too many holidays.
Why do we have too many holidays? If that's the case, then the only holidays we would have is Thanksgiving and Christmas.
No. Personally,
Yeah,
New Year's.
personally.
No, I'm gonna tell you if I'm the president. Of course, you can't get rid of the holidays now. If I'm the president, we're gonna have New Year's. We're gonna have President's Day. We're gonna have.
Why do we have
Memorial
President's Day off?
Because you got to honor the founding fathers. Without them, there is no America.
And
Without
we
them,
need a
there
day
is no
off for
Christmas.
that.
Well, you take your ass to work. I'm gonna take my day off. Since you complain
This
about
is my
holidays.
point. This is my point.
No, we don't
Everybody
need
has an
too many
opinion
holidays.
on.
But my thing about is, I think we should some of these holidays, like okay, New Year's. Okay, I'm gonna just go with the most important: Christmas, Thanksgiving, 4th of July, President's Day.
What do we need 4th of July for?
It's the founding. It's the founding of America. It's America's birthday.
And
take your ass to work if you got a problem.
I feel like if we gonna start eliminating holidays, and none of the holidays is important, Christmas and Thanksgiving is the only thing that we need to have. That's it.
Yeah, but no, it didn't. No, but personally, I do think I've been saying this for a while.
Because you're a tyrant.
I'm not a tyrant, but a lot of companies, what they do now, especially smaller companies that are very diverse, they have rolling holidays. So it's up to you to use your holidays how you see fit. So you get 10 holidays to represent the 10 federal holidays, and you don't have to use them on a holiday. If you want to work on Christmas, work on Christmas. If you don't work on New Year's, work on New Year's. But you only get 10 holidays off plus your PTO, which I'm fine with. I think there's way too many holidays. Like stuff like
you sound like a brown noser. So you want to go to work because there's too many holidays?
It's not about going to work. It's about like doing some work.
It's about what?
Doing some work. Like people need to go do work. Like
it's giving teacher's pet.
Well, I'm not a teacher's pet. I'm not a teacher's pet, but I've been saying this before. Trump been talking about this a week or two ago. But like some people literally think Cinco de Mayo is a holiday. Like it's not a holiday. It's not a holiday.
You too strict for me. You too strict.
So how about this? We just quit your job if you want. Every day could be a holiday for you.
Just, no, because I gotta pay bills. What you talking about?
Don't worry. Tell AT&T it's a holiday. Bills ain't due until it ain't no holiday. Tell them every day is a holiday.
Okay, so 10 days a year of you having time off that the company pays for is too many days in 365 days.
Combined,
you sound crazy.
10 days, federal days, 10 federal holidays combined with your 2 or 3 weeks of PTO, whatever sick time. So you don't want to work. We know. I already knew how you feel about this. I already know you don't like working.
A month out of the year is.
So I'll put it this day. Let's take the 365 away.
Hell no.
Let's just say we have a 100-year calendar. 100 working days.
100
how many? 100 working days. Out of the 100 working days, how many days do you think we should get as holidays? If you have to work 100, how many days do you need for time off?
20. I would say it's fair.
So you need 20%. Okay.
Yes, you need to be at work all all 100 days.
Okay, so what if
I
they say,
don't
hey,
think
what if they say, hey, you can take, we got unlimited PTO, unlimited time off, but every day you don't work, we keep that salary. So you eat what you kill. Because a lot of companies are like that, and a lot of people are contractors. They don't get paid for holidays. They only get paid for working days.
that's the decision that you make when you become a contractor.
Yeah,
I'm
but
not a contractor, so that's a part of my benefits
no.
package. I think we've gotten really accustomed as Americans
Mhm.
to grinding hard and working hard all the time. I don't even
Mhm.
think we should be working 5 days a week, and I don't think we should be working 8 hours a day. It's not because I don't want to work and I don't want to be productive, it's not
Mhm.
necessary. You work all 8 hours of your day, you
I
probably do
try.
teach pet.
Yeah, I try. I try. But at the same time, like I have,
Yeah, teacher's pet, y'all.
I got people in other countries that I work with, so I have to support them. I turned my computer off probably what time is it? 7, like an hour ago, and somebody was messaging me asking me questions, but they're in a different time zone. And so if I can answer it in one little swoop, I'm gonna answer it.
That's great. I love that for you, Mr. Manager.
We got to work, man. When you go,
It's
you
not
travel.
necessary to
When you
work
do travel,
all
when
the
you go to a
days,
lot
all
of
them
these
hours.
places, like the tax rates are high. Like I was just having I was on WhatsApp talking to one of my friends who's in Italy right now. Um, and I was telling him about the taxes over there. Some of those European countries have tax rates of 54%. So imagine every dollar you earn, the government takes 54% of your money. So you only taking home half your money. I don't want to
We
live
only
like
taking
that.
home a portion of our money here too,
Yeah, we got
because
to pay
also,
taxes, but it's like it's less than half. I think it's depending on your tax rate, it's probably somewhere between 22 and 32%. We don't pay half.
but there's also countries where they do not work as much as we work, and
They
they
don't
have
produce anything.
okay.
They
While
don't.
that's understand, while that's understandable, we produce so much because we overconsume.
No, we sell to the world. So when you think about, let's say something like a Disney World, it's a global brand. Like you've been to Disney World,
No,
we need to take some vacation and go to Disney World.
I don't have any kids. I don't want to
You
go to
don't need
Disney World.
kids. They have
I don't want
adult
to go
stuff
there.
there. Okay. Well, you see something like Disney World, like people from all over the country go to Disney World. People from all over the world go to Disney World.
People all over the world go to the Eiffel Tower too,
Yeah, but how much
and
money are they
everywhere
spending?
else.
It's the Eiffel Tower is not a brand. Disney World is a brand.
Yes, it
Disney is
is.
a brand. They create movies. Eiffel Tower ain't made no movie, ain't made no t-shirt, ain't got no songs, ain't got no Mickey Mouse ears, ain't got no Eiffel Tower ears. Like we gonna ship you off to France and see how you like living over there.
I just don't agree. But this is a topic where we agree to disagree. I respect
Yeah.
your opinion.
Mhm.
But yeah, I don't think that we need to work all day every day. It's
Well, we
unnecessary.
don't. We don't. I know one way we can get around not working all day and every day.
How's
You
that?
can start a business.
You're gonna be working all day every day.
No, 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 no. You can start a business. I didn't say I. You can start a
I'm
business.
not starting a business. If I
Why
was to
not?
start a business, I'm still gonna be working all day every day. I'm not gonna have a benefits package. No,
So
I'm
you want to
good.
work for somebody else and dictate the terms that you gonna work on?
Yeah.
Yeah, that ain't happening. That
It
ain't happening.
happens every day. And
It
that's the
does.
thing. I think that people think there are a lot of people in upper management, E teams, VPs. I'm not talking about my job. Let me put that out there.
Mhm.
But I've worked places where the people at the top did the least amount of work.
You
And
think
I'm
that? No, some of those jobs.
no,
I don't
no,
know
no,
about your
no,
job. I don't know about
no, no,
yours.
no. I know that for a fact.
Yeah, yeah. Everywhere. Let me see. Where I work at now, like my VP puts in work.
Yes,
Like he's
where I
not
work
even
now, they do
he puts in
100%.
work. Now I've had jobs in the past where we get on scrum calls in the morning and the person is like,
Nobody knows what's going on.
and it's like, did she just wake up? Like, why is it so dark in her house? Like, so I've been, yeah, but those are not successful people. Those are people who probably get promoted because of relationships they built. But people in these high
Happens
positions,
all the
these
time.
executives, like they put in work. Like we may not think they put in work,
Some
but
corporations.
successful corporations, they put in work.
Okay.
They put in work. So let's say this: you get promoted next month. You're not going to be your manager. You're not going to take your manager's job. You're going to take your manager's job. Do you take that? Do you accept that position?
No,
Why not?
because I don't want to.
They're going to pay you more.
I'm fine where I'm at. My salary is. I love my salary. I'm
All
good.
right.
I done
They're gonna
moved
give
up.
you
I done did
they're
my
gonna
due
give you
diligence.
they're gonna give you unlimited PTO. You like to take so much
I don't
time
want
off. They're gonna get
unlimited PTO. I think a lot of people fall into the trap of unlimited PTO, but I've been paid out from every job I've had for my PTO, and that's always an additional bonus. So, no, unlimited PTO isn't for me. Do you have unlimited PTO now?
no. I mean, I don't need it.
Okay.
Because you gotta imagine, I've had a job where I've had unlimited sick time. I never used
Hmm.
it. I used sick time in my 6 or 7 years there
Yeah.
one time, and I had the flu and I was gone for a week. And when I came back, my director said, "Hey, I know you were sick because you don't take time off." And she was right. I do
See,
not
and
take
that's
time
another
off.
problem.
I do not. I do not take time off.
I don't know what's wrong with you. I don't call. I have over 100 hours of sick time myself,
Mhm.
but I will take because I think that a mental health day counts as a sick day. I will use that day every here and there because I'm not going to run myself to the ground for a job.
But I'm not. I think this is where we differ. I'm not running myself into the ground. Like what I do is so easy to me because I know what I'm doing. So
I don't think it's
yes, I need to
about
do
ease,
research.
but
I mean, I like what I do. If they, if
I
they,
love that for you.
I think I don't know. The last time we spoke. I said, "Hey, I need to jump on a call at 9." I jumped on a call at 9 p.m. If they say, "Hey, we need you to jump on a call every day at 9 p.m.," it's just a call. Like, do you want me to talk? Do you want me to present? Like, it's easy. I mean, I think another thing we need to understand that we're blessed to be in this position that we are in. Some people
I
ain't got no
agree.
job.
I
Some
don't think
people
it's
ain't got no
about
job.
I don't think it's about not being blessed. I think it's
Mhm.
about we weren't put on this earth to clock into a job and that be our main priority focus every
I,
single day.
I
I
agree.
don't believe
I
that.
mean, that's why I'm encouraging you to start your own business so you can dictate your own working hours.
It's not about the working hours necessarily. For me, it's more so
Lifestyle.
you've never watched Severance before, but I'm gonna
I've
need you
heard
to
of that.
just
How was
watch
that? How was that?
one. It's very interesting because
Okay.
there are some elements of it that are dead on like the
Mhm.
corporate world, like them wanting you to. We could jump into this another day because I could just keep going on and on and on and
Mhm.
on about it. But going into the office, which I don't have a problem with the hybrid schedule, whatever. We don't need to jump into RTO,
Mhm.
but going into the office for the sole purpose of going down to McDonald's, we'll just use McDonald's. I don't eat McDonald's, but we'll use McDonald's. Going down to McDonald's so
You don't
that
eat
we can
McDonald's.
spend $5. No, so
I just
that we
saw
can.
you eating
I
eating
eat
some
Chick Fil A.
McNuggets. I just saw
Thank you.
you eating some McNuggets.
I will tear up some Chick Fil A, but for the
I
sole purpose of us going to McDonald's to spend $5, so we're going into work to spend money on somebody else's business. Like it's this revolving door, which is the only reason that they even want us there to begin with. So some
Yeah,
stuff is just very,
it's economics. I think the term in economics, the economists
and that's
use,
fine.
is called velocity, and I think that has to do with the way money moves through the economy, or the speed at which money moves the economy. So, yeah. So next episode, Kai is going to create her own business. She's going to have her own work from home business. She's not going to complain about working because she's going to work for herself.
I'm gonna complain. I'm gonna keep complaining,
She's going to
but
work for herself.
Tony is right. I don't want this to be taken as that I don't enjoy my job. I love my job. My job lets me travel the world. But I do think there are some politics of it that are very outdated and need
Mhm.
to be refreshed.
So
That's all.
Kaya tomorrow morning, she's gonna go talk to her VP. She's gonna knock on the door and say, "Hey, there's some policies we need to rethink," and then she's gonna
He's
report
gonna,
back on next episode. Hopefully,
yeah,
she got a
and I
job.
know that that's never gonna work. But hey,
I'm trying to
fight for
encourage you
change.
to
That's
make the
it.
change. Or you can go down to Mike. You know what Michael's is? The art store.
Yeah,
Go down to Michael's, get you a board, protest in front of your manager's office with a picket sign and say, we need to
it's not that
change these
deep.
policies.
Put
All
in
right.
the chat how you feel about work. Do you think we need 40-hour work week, 5-day work weeks? What are your opinions? Because I know I can't
Yeah.
be the only one that feels this way.
No, you're not the only one because I got friends that say the same thing. I'm just taking the opposite side.
Or you want to be
Also,
like
put
Tony and work 7 days a week,
or
50-hour
or,
days.
or put in the chat if you want to be like Kaya and start your own business and you can determine what days you want to work, what hours of the week you want to work, when you take vacation, where you go. You can determine all of that if you own your business.
We are
So
starting a business. Is this right here.
right,
Yapping.
right. Well, I work for myself right now. So all right. So check this out. So a Connecticut state rep, Ali Brennan, serving the Danbury and Bethel area, was arrested on the evening of Monday, June 23rd at a Bethel Target. Loss prevention staff in the self-checkout area detained him after noticing he walked out without scanning two items worth $26.69. Ali Brennan acknowledged the incident via Facebook, saying he inadvertently failed to scan the items because he was in a hurry to bring groceries to his hospitalized grandmother. Kaya, what are your thoughts on this story, and do you accept his excuse?
I don't know. Did he do it on purpose or not?
Well, he claimed he forgot. I don't forget anything when I go to the self checkout because I know they watching. So
Did you watch the video?
oh no, I didn't watch the video.
Okay.
I don't know if they even released the video. I just read the article.
Okay.
Did you watch the video?
Um, no,
Oh,
but
you heard
I
about
was
it?
gonna say I haven't, but
Okay.
I will say stuff like that does happen. One time I was in Walmart
Oh shit.
and I
She
was on
won a
the
vacation.
phone.
She want to steal. But go ahead.
No, no, no. It was in the US. I was on the phone. I think I was on the phone with my mom, and I was just like deep into our conversation. And so I put everything in a bag. No, yes. So I scanned everything, put it in a bag. But I was like, because I keep, I'm not gonna say where I keep my cards. But I keep it in a place, the same
Mhm.
place all the time. So I'm
So
walking out
are
the
you like, hold
parking
on, are you
lot.
like one of those old school aunties that be doing stuff like this? Let me get my
Sometimes if
wallet
I ain't
out.
got no hands, yeah.
I had an
But,
auntie that used to do that. Yeah.
I walked out and I have the bag of stuff in my hand, and it's like maybe 5 items just in one bag. And I'm like, I'm on the phone. I'm like, I never pulled my card out. So I'm like looking in the bag for the receipt. I'm like, oh my gosh, I never paid for this. So I walk back in and I see on the screen that I had like the payment screen up, but I had never like inserted my card. So obviously I
Mhm.
paid for the stuff and then left. But I do think that it's like it's literally possible if you're distracted. So from
Yeah.
my experience, I will say maybe he really did forget, especially if
Yeah.
he has someone in the hospital and he's mentally
Yeah. But
distracted.
yeah, maybe he forgets. So, I don't know. And I'll believe him. But this is common. So a lot of stores like Walmart, Target, the small pharmacies like CVS and Walgreens, they're starting to get rid of their self checkout because they're losing
Yeah.
millions of dollars because people are stealing.
Well, that's on
Uh,
them. They don't want to hire real people. So
yeah. Well, they're gonna hire real people now. I don't know if you remember, there was a influencer on TikTok. I think I don't think I know. She went into Target, she stole
I
items,
heard
and she
about
went
this.
home and she recorded videos about it. She didn't record videos about stealing. She just
Yeah.
recorded videos about the items she purchased. And that's how they
Hmm.
caught her. That's how they caught her. But a lot of people are stealing, and a lot of people, whether they literally want to steal, whether they're addicted to
Hmm.
stealing, or a lot of these folks are taking so much vacation in the business they own, they don't have any money, and so
Okay.
they have to steal.
Yeah.
So I mean, this could be one of
Uh,
those cases. These politicians don't earn a lot of money, especially local ones. Maybe his grandma dead, and he just made this my grandma story up. You know how people used to do in college and say, "My
maybe.
grandma's sick. I need to take the final next week because I need to go see my grandma."
Yeah. Maybe. And I do think that a lot of people still, just to see if they still got it, or they used to do it as kids and it's a bad habit that they picked up. No, I've heard
Yeah,
of people who have money, they're well off, and they are still stealing out the store. So,
yeah, yeah,
hey.
yeah. It's so funny because I used to work at a like an auto service shop,
Hmm.
and it was in a wealthy area. It was one of the wealthiest areas in the city at that time. I was a teen, and people used to steal the magazines all the time.
Really? That's weird.
And of course, this is before everything went digital, but people
Yeah.
will like grab a magazine. Of course, they're reading it, they're waiting on their car. But when it's time for their car to come to the front for them to get their keys and leave, they'll grab our magazines and walk out the door. And our managers did not play
Hmm.
games because the magazines cost money.
Oh, wow.
Ma'am, you. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to take. And so they
Really
probably, oh
interesting.
yeah, we didn't play because if you look at the back of a magazine, I don't know how much they cost now, but magazines are like $12, $15 in certain magazines. And so if you got
Yeah.
a repair shop or a services shop and you got a dozen magazines, that's a few $100s.
Yeah.
So
That's true. Some people just like, they have fun stealing. They some
right,
thieves. I don't know.
right. So don't use your mom as an excuse when you at Walmart, folks. Pay for your stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hey, Target too. Target's
Yeah,
a big place that people go and do that too.
right, right. So speaking of your favorite restaurant, at a
Chili's.
McDonald's, no McDonald's. So at a McDonald's drive-through in Harrison, on Harrison Avenue in Cary, North Carolina, a 4-foot boa constrictor was discovered
Oh.
hiding beneath a drive-through window on this past Saturday afternoon. A couple in the drive-through spotted something unusual. Initially thinking it was a python, they bravely placed the snake into a box after another customer had pulled it out from under the window. The couple's
Mm.
first instinct was to contact animal control, but animal control told them, "We don't service boa constrictors. We only service domestic animals." If you saw a boa constrictor at Chili's or Chick-fil-A drive-through, how would you react?
Well, Chili's, I'm gonna still try to find my way in there because that's one of my favorite restaurants. I feel like we all have those restaurants that are what people consider.
Hmm.
Never
A guilty
mind.
pleasure?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
or
think
maybe
mine is
it's not
probably.
like a first class restaurant,
Yeah,
but
yeah, mine is gonna be. I was telling the folks this weekend, White Castles. Like, I love White
no,
Castles.
that's fast food. Not, I'm talking about like a cheesecake factory or TGI Fridays. White
Oh, okay.
Castle don't count.
I'll say Nando's. I don't know if you've been to Nando's before.
Nando's isn't cheap.
It's like fast casual. It's not completely
You
fast
can get a
food.
$10 meal there.
Hell no. You can
Then
get
I
a
said what I
$20 meal.
said. Chili's, you could get a $10 meal, a drink, a meal, and maybe an appetizer. It's
Is that the same business that had like the $5 apps promotion back in the day? Or was that Fridays?
That was probably TGI Friday.
Okay. Yeah.
But we gonna work on that for you. You got
Yeah.
Nando's, which is too high. And you got White Castle, which is too low. We gonna find what you like in the middle.
But if you order enough food from
But
White Castles, it costs $20 because I like to eat. So I'm gonna get multiple burgers. I'm gonna get the chicken rings. I'm gonna get the barbecue sauce. I'm gonna get the fries.
okay, chat. Tell us what your favorite lower budget dining what your favorite dining experiences are. But I'm gonna go back.
Portillo's.
Portillo's, I would say, is in the same bucket as like Chili's and stuff. So yeah,
Okay.
we'll call that your
Harold's.
lower budget.
Harold's,
Harold's fire though. So, but yeah,
Yeah.
that's a lower budget
Yeah.
restaurant. But if I seen a boa constrictor at McDonald's, because McDonald's is already worth not going through the drive-through or going inside, I'm gonna
Mhm.
just keep going. I'm not helping nobody. I probably won't call animal control. I would just drive my car right on through the
Mhm.
drive-through and go to my next destination. So I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, we would be done.
Yeah, yeah. It depends. If I saw a snake at my age, I probably avoid it. But as a kid, I probably will grab it and throw it on somebody.
A big one though, like
It was
maybe a
only four
garden
feet.
snake.
It was only 4 feet.
That's big. It was only 4 feet.
Yeah, but they constrict and so they ball up. So I'm pretty sure it was probably about 15 or 20 pounds. But I just pick it up and throw it on somebody.
You think as a kid you would have seen that snake and picked it up?
How?
Oh,
Yeah, like as a
you were
12-year
bold.
old. Yeah,
A
we used to.
8 or 9, 12. You would have did something like that.
It's a
Oh,
snake. It ain't gonna spit venom. It's gonna constrict. It's not gonna. It's not a viper.
okay. I don't know.
I
I don't like
remember when I was
snakes,
in
so
like
I've seen garden
preschool.
snakes.
With
Mm.
preschool, we used to have snakes in the daycare because the preschool wasn't too far from train tracks, and so once in a while you'll see a snake in the preschool. They call a maintenance guy, and he'd come pick it up. You know, take it outside, and throw it in the garbage.
Okay, not the
So
garbage.
yeah, but I mean, imagine you at Chili's, you at the drive-through, and some 10-year-old, 12-year-old boys. It's the summertime. You're in Seattle, so the windows are down. You're enjoying that breeze. And next thing you know, you hear some kids laughing and your window's already down. You turn your head, you see something get thrown in your car, and you don't know what it is. You just see something dark. And then you look
Hmm.
down to pick it up and throw it back out. And you notice it starts moving. So I already know you're going to probably
The
scream.
car gonna flip over because I'm gonna drive the car through the establishment. It's gonna flip over with me in it. Yeah, it's gonna be a whole ordeal.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. So yeah, people are scared of snakes. I don't know why they're so scared of snakes. Not all of them are dangerous, but people
But
are
most
really
people don't
scared of
know how to
snakes.
differentiate which ones
Yeah.
are dangerous and which ones are not. So it's an
Yeah.
automatic caution. I think that's what it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. Yeah. Typically the snakes or any animal with bright colors, stay away. And if you live in an urban area, there's typically not like venomous
Yeah.
animals around. So I know my granddad, he hated snakes. He hated snakes. And one time, my mom took me to the dollar store. As a kid, you get $1, you think you're doing big things because you got $1 in the dollar store.
Oh, for sure.
And I told you a story about me finding $1 in the dollar store. But this one time, I actually bought rubber snakes for $1, and I took
Hmm.
those rubber snakes and I hid them around the house, knowing my granddad did not like snakes.
Would have tore you
Yeah,
up.
yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Because why
Yes, he
you
did.
playing?
Yes, he did. Yes, yes, yeah. He wasn't playing. He wasn't playing. Granddad did not play with snakes, and he didn't play with guns. Like he did not, even though he had one, he
Hmm.
did not play with guns, and he did not play with snakes. So
I think those are fair. Those are
yeah,
two fair things not
yeah,
to play with.
yeah, yeah. I remember one time he was already older. We were walking down the street. We were in the South. I think we're either in Mississippi or Alabama, and like he's holding my hand, and we're walking down the street, and you know how certain neighborhoods don't have sidewalks, so we are like literally in the middle of the street. And next thing you know, I'm holding granddad's hand, and all of a sudden I just feel him fly. He just like just flew. He jumped over a dead snake.
Oh,
I didn't know why he jumped. I just trying to figure out why is this old man in the air because he
he
jumped
probably
so
didn't realize
high.
it was dead at
He
first.
didn't realize it was dead. He jumped so high, and he looked at it and started laughing and smiling. But yeah, granddad did not play with snakes at all.
Yeah, I was definitely in the South to just see a dead snake on the
On the
sidewalk.
road, right?
Yeah,
So
that's
did not
crazy.
play. So check this out. So here's a story you shared with me earlier today. A couple visiting a museum posed for photos with a chair sculpture by Nicola Bola, a Van Gogh chair encrusted with crystals. The woman in the video from the couple can be seen crouching near it safely as she took photos. But when the man tried to do the same thing, crouch and take a picture with the photo, he accidentally sat in the chair, causing it to basically collapse. And after the couple noticed that the chair collapsed, uh, they fled the scene.
They got
Uh,
gone.
they got gone, as you said. Did you see the video or you only read the article?
I saw the video.
Yeah. So I don't know when the last time you've been to a museum, but I'm going to assume this chair wasn't worth a lot of money because when you go to a museum and they have expensive art and expensive pieces, they literally have a security guard standing right next to the art, like watching you.
It's Van Gogh though, so I'm pretty sure it was to some extent expensive for them to be breaking. Van
I
Gogh's a
don't know.
very popular name in
Yeah,
art.
he's very popular, but I don't know if this chair is very popular.
To
I don't know
me,
if this chair.
when I was watching the video though, it didn't look like he tried to crouch to me. It looked like he tried to sit in the chair.
I think they both were like pretending like they were gonna sit in the chair. So,
Oh.
audience, if you go watch the video, you can see like some folks that are probably in their 50s crouching down on the chair trying to take a picture, and then all of
Yeah.
a sudden the guy falls back, and you can see the legs in the back buckle. And these folks were not small. This
The
chair
chair
was
just
small,
gave
but
up.
the couple was not small. They ran out of there. They did the same thing you would have did. What would you have done if you would have broke the art?
I can't say that my first instinct would have been a run because the repercussions just, I don't know. Like they're gonna find them. They're not
No.
gonna get away with it. So
Okay,
I
so let's say you in Cancun. I think were you just in Cancun or Cabo?
Cabo. Yeah.
You're in Cabo. You see some world famous piece of art. You're taking pictures on it,
Hmm.
and all of a sudden it falls down. Your flight is in 2 hours. Do you leave and go back to the United States, or do you tell them, "Hey, I broke this art. I deserve to
I
stay and
don't
pay for this art"?
know. I don't know. I'm very gullible and I'm very like scared of consequences. So
The
I don't
consequence of
know.
going back home.
The consequence of them plastering my face all over somewhere because I decided to run out of the building. Like that's probably why they released the video because they didn't stick around. And now people are gonna know who they are. Social media is very good at finding
Oh yeah, they gonna snitch on these people quick. They're gonna snitch on these
100%.
people quick.
So I don't know. I think it
Yeah,
would probably just make more sense to stay and
right. Right. And
figure it
so
out.
the museum reported the incident to local police and later released the CCTV footage to educate
Mm,
visitors about respecting the art. You have to
yeah.
respect the art. And so,
I mean,
quick story. I was in DC, and I forgot which museum I was in. And like I say, most expensive pieces have a police officer or security guard standing nearby. So I saw a platform and I saw some art on it. And so we're in DC. So of course the art is going to be expensive. It's at one of the Smithsonian museums. I didn't touch the art, but I pointed at it. And when I
mhm.
pointed at it, I guess it broke the laser because the alarm went off.
Oh wow.
Like not a loud alarm, not like a fire alarm,
Hmm.
but more like a piercing noise. And all of a sudden I saw people coming out of another room and they
Oh
looked at
wow.
me like,
You too
don't
close.
don't don't touch. No, they said don't touch the art. I said I didn't touch the art. I just pointed at it, and they were not smiling. They were serious because you have
Your
mentioned,
finger was too close.
yeah, my finger was too close. So they literally just they watched me the entire time. Like some of those
Yeah.
folks don't play with their art because some of those
Yeah.
pieces when they sell in a private auction, they sell for hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars.
Yeah.
So
I get
it's
it. I
serious.
get it. And you
It's
don't get
serious.
another piece of art like it's not replaceable.
It's
So
not replaceable. So the diamond crusted or crystal encrusted chair is
it's done
finito.
for. Yes.
It's done. So we may have to go get a lawn chair and put some bedazzled crystals on it.
In the
and,
words
and
of
ship
Chief
and
Keef,
ship
it's
and ship it
finito.
and ship it to Italy or France, wherever it was at. So, but that's what's up. So, another story you shared. This is a good story. Uh, your crush, one of your crushes. You got two crushes who, you know, why are you making this face?
Obama.
And who's the
Obama.
second one? Who's the second one?
I don't know.
Now she don't know. She don't know.
I
She
really
don't know
don't
who her.
know.
She don't know. All right, watch this. So
Drake.
Jagmeet Dragmeet Singh, former leader of Canada's New Democratic Party, attended a Kendrick Lamar concert in Toronto last week. And as you guys know, Drake is from Canada. He's in this huge beef with Kendrick Lamar, who's from California. Honestly, I don't know what they're beefing about. I'm probably the only person in America that doesn't keep up with
No, I
rap
don't
beef.
know either.
Yeah, or that's two of us. So Drake, who's in a ongoing rap feud with Kendrick Lamar, responded on Instagram to Jagmeet Singh, who's a Canadian politician attending this Kendrick Lamar concert. He responded on Instagram by calling the politician a goof. So I saw the screenshot. He was in his
So
DMs
silly.
and he called him a goof, which is hilarious because he didn't say you are a goof.
You're right.
It was a goofy move. He just says goof for attending his rival's, rap concert. So Singh quickly apologized via Instagram, an Instagram story, and stated that he was only there to see SZA, if I'm pronouncing her name correctly, and
You don't know who
reaffirm.
SZA is?
What is it?
What is it? Who is she?
Who,
It's
how
fine.
you
Keep
say?
going.
How do you say that name?
Just keep going. It's
Is it
SZA. You
SZA?
was right, but I'm like, how don't you know? Just keep going.
Okay. Yeah. He said, Singh said he was only at the concert to see SZA perform, and he reaffirmed his loyalty to the Canadian people and to Drake. My question to you: when you have ops, do those ops have to become ops to your best friends as well?
No, no.
Okay.
For one, I don't have any ops that I'm like,
Yeah.
it's not that deep. Like if we don't
You
mess
ain't
with
got
each
no
other, we
ops.
don't mess with each other.
Okay.
No, not that I
So
can
all
think of that I would be like, don't talk to that person.
So what about the
ever
ops from
again.
high school? Like those ops that you had from high school, if one of your other high school buddies became friends with that op, like,
I don't have any ops from high school. I can barely remember half their names.
okay. Okay.
So yeah, no, none, zilch, not one. No, I think that I love Drake. I can't wait to see Drake walking around in Houston streets.
Okay.
But
At first you didn't know who he was. You like, oh, who?
who Drake?
Who?
No.
Oh, Drake. Oh,
No,
yeah, I like Drake.
he's not. But it's not a crush though. I just think that he's like I like his music. He's
Mhm.
always around Houston. I feel like I've been at a couple places and he's there the next day. So I'm just like, that's the person that I would like to run into.
Yeah.
I've seen a few people around Houston. I've seen Simone Biles. I've seen.
How I know she's from Houston. How small is she really in person?
Is she from Houston? I think she lives here because of her
Yeah.
husband. But no, she's tiny. Like I thought
It's like 4 foot. She comes to your knees. I think
she's
she comes to your knee.
tiny, but
Yeah.
she's tiny. She looks strong in person.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've seen some good celebrities
Okay,
in
cool.
Houston, but I would just let her run into Drake. But no, that was
Yeah.
to me. We love you, Drake, but that was dumb. Like, who cares? It's not that deep.
Yeah, it
Just
shows you
move
that
on.
this stuff is like I said, I don't follow this rap beef stuff. It's really petty for
He's taking it too serious.
yeah, and it's kind of even pettier to take a screenshot and post it on the internet. Like, if I have a problem with
Sure.
one of your
But
friends,
maybe the politician posted it. You think Drake took the screenshot and posted what he
I
said?
don't know. I don't know.
Okay,
But
that's
still,
probably the
like, it's
politician.
petty. It's petty. Like, if you have a friend, let's say you got a friend, her name is what's one of your friends' name? Jasmine.
And we'd say Sarah. Okay, Jasmine.
Sierra. All right, Sierra and Jasmine. I don't like either one of them, so I don't have I have a problem with them. And if you went to go to her wedding, since you went to a wedding this week, I'm not gonna hit you on the internet and on FaceTime and like you goof. Like, what you doing at her wedding? Like, I don't care where you go. I don't care.
No, but
I
that's the
don't
big one.
care.
You can't miss your friends. I mean, okay, I know it's just an example, but
Yeah.
yeah, if we are real friends, you better not message me on Instagram anyway about a problem that you have with me. But
Mhm.
that's also a thing. I don't think that they're friends. So him even DMing him that is he's a politician. Like
But
it's
you have to be friends
stupid. They're
if you feel
acquaintances.
like if you feel like you can DM me and say that, you got to be friends with me because
I don't think they are
I'm not messaging because
a
that's I'm gonna
grown
use
man.
I'm gonna use Slim Thug since he was in the news when I was looking at one of our thumbnail. And I'm gonna say you let that woman follow you home from the gym, you goof. Like, I don't know Slim Thug. Like, I'm not gonna say that to that man. Like, I don't know that man. I may see that man in Texas because I've seen him. I think we both seen him, right?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes. Slim Thug stay outside. We seen him
He do be outside. But
a lot.
see,
He'll
I'm
be
telling
out
you,
there.
Houston, you run into people all the time. But
I don't run into people. I mean, I ran into more people when I was in Georgia. I ran into Beyonce
oh no,
mama.
that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah, I seen Beyonce mama in person. I was like, what the?
Okay.
Like,
Don't say that about Miss Knowles.
What the hell happened to this woman? But yeah, I saw her in person.
You better.
I'm not
You must
editing
have not heard about the
the
Beehive.
Beehive.
They will
Well,
take
please,
this whole
Beehive,
page down.
please come watch this video, increase these views, hit the
That's the
like button and
wrong
subscribe.
PR you want, buddy.
Hit the
Y'all
like
hear
button and
that was
subscribe.
not me. That was him. Directed
Yeah,
towards him.
yeah, but yeah, I mean, I
Um,
seen some folks. Oh, I seen what's the name of that rapper?
Little baby.
It's a party, it's a party, it's a
Waka
party. He called.
Flocka.
Yeah. I seen Waka Flocka. I was so drunk, and I don't know who he was with, but it's somebody he knew. And I was so drunk, like, you know how you do this behind somebody's head? So, like, I
Yeah,
told my
you must have
friend,
been faded.
I said,
That don't
he's
even
bigger than
seem like
me.
nothing you would do.
I was drunk. He's bigger than me. So he's probably about 6'6". I told my friend, I said, hey man, take this picture. And I didn't do this, but I got behind him. And I did like this. He looked at me like,
he was probably concerned.
like this,
Like, what's wrong
like
with
this. I got the picture. I'll text you the picture after we finish the show. He looked at me like,
yeah, I think I probably would have did the same thing, and I am not famous, so like, what you doing?
Yeah, but I was intoxicated, so yeah, I wouldn't do that now because I know people like that. If you see them in a club, like they with somebody, they with like,
yeah,
it may not be a bodyguard, but they with some guys that's gonna protect them. So
and you're gonna be all over TikTok if you do that these days.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can't do nothing in public.
Yeah, I'll be on TikTok missing my teeth, and so I don't want to be on TikTok missing my teeth. So yeah, I ain't doing
Good
that.
point.
Yeah, I don't want to be doing that. So, but yeah, that's what's it. So I know that's all the stories we had for today. You know, it was good having this show. We haven't had the show in what, a week? So
just 7 days.
7 days.
It seems like longer though.
It seems like a lot longer when you have a show every 2 weeks. So that was a good episode. So guys, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. Give us your thoughts on today's episode, and we will see you Sunday.
Yes.
All right. Peace.